I promised some friends, Jake Kuhn of Indianapolis and Mark Monroe of Louisville, Kentucky, some videos on how to improve your tuba students. Mark has got some great kids at his school, and they have just switched over. He has a beginning band program for his upperclassmen. So he's got a very nice trombone player that I worked with about a week ago, and a very good tuba player who's trying to figure some things out. So I wanted to address using what you would commonly find in a school setting. It's the YBB 321 Yamaha tuba. This is a Parentucci, I believe it's an 88. It's a great pairing for me on this horn. It's something I would consider putting any kid on. So let's just look at, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is just an etude that you would see in A flat. For most high school kids, it really develops the lower range, and I kind of like that. So how I would approach this, how would I teach a young kid? Of course, you're working with a student who doesn't maybe know all the notes, and you will have tendencies where kids will want to write in the notes. And all I can say is, please do not write in the notes either by name or by fingering, because your eye does not follow the contour of the music. You lose context of what's on the page so far as the musicality that's written in, the dynamics, the change in dynamics, that sort of thing. Articulations get lost. So the clearer you can keep your paper, if you do make a mistake, like let's say you miss the D flat in this first line that I'm gonna play, just mark in the flat or the sharp or the natural that needs to occur with the corresponding note. It is the best way to get this done. Now, let's say, Mr. Schartzer, I'm really having a hard time with the fingerings. What do I do? How do I approach this? You may write in the fingerings on a separate sheet of paper, or have in the back of all of these beginning books, it's got a fingering chart. And I suggest that's the best way to do it, because you're learning to identify where it is. You'll see the note name on the fingering chart, and then that information is going to be imprinted. It's going to be to the point where you will see the lettering for each note name, and you'll see the piston combination in your mind. You won't need that piece of paper anymore. It's a much faster process. So let's just get down to, we're almost 3 minutes into it. Let's get down to how you would approach someone who's trying to learn how to play this. So slow and easy wins the race. So I'm not going to be afraid to hit that a couple of 4, 5, 6 times in a row to ensure, because on my first note, of course, I didn't use the proper air and had my vibrations going with my buzz. So I'm good. So there you heard a little blip between the A flat and the F. So I would go back before the A. I wouldn't play the whole line over and over, because I've got this part. That part is good. Where I made the mistake is on 2 notes. So I'm going to back up prior to the note where I made the mistake. Part of my problem, as I'm reading this in bass clef on a B flat horn, I play a Mirphone double C all the time. So in my mind, I have to think, oh, what are the fingerings I used 20 years ago for this? And I go back and correct my errors, not from the beginning, not from the part where I'm confident, but from the part where I made the mistake. So I can go back to the beginning now that I've got one phrase together. So here's an accomplishment. So that one was pretty good. I keep moving on to where I find more trouble. So there's a 5-minute pro tip on how to approach being a young player, how to approach practicing, and where to find and correct your mistakes. Thank you.